there, guys. I'm Chris Bowden, and welcome to the Geek Group. Today, a special edition of Equipment Autopsy. We are joined by a Houston member, Christian. So tell them who you are and what you do.
All right, I am Christian Nunnally. I am a homeschool-e.
Okay.
I do a lot of geeky type things, such as I program a little. I've taken stuff apart
Are you like
naturally.
a computer geek, an AV geek? What's your main genre?
Main genre.
I get that you're a polymath.
I don't think I have a main genre.
No? You just like to do stuff?
I like to do stuff.
You do stuff with
yeah.
things?
I make stuff and take stuff apart. Mostly take stuff apart.
Okay.
It's far easier.
Yeah. Well, today we get to take something apart.
That's good.
This came from Moose's mom.
Okay, good.
She had...
Black & Decker.
They apparently make the light and easy steam dry iron. So, with Silverstone coating, which, that's a Silverstone coating.
Yeah.
You get that on pots.
Really?
Yeah,
oh,
yeah. So Moose had to go down and see her mom for something or other, I don't know what, and she was like, hey, I've got this old iron and I hate it and it has a demon and you need to autopsy it and make it die. So that's our job today.
All right.
So this could get interesting because I've made it a habit to date where the first thing I do in an autopsy is cut the power cord off. And I keep regretting that because we get it apart, and I was like, wow, it'd be really cool to be able to show this. So I'm going to leave the cord on for this one. And
take it apart.
And take
then
it apart.
Plug it, because that's always a good idea.
For us, we're trained professionals.
Of course.
I like to do stuff with things.
Okay.
So, yeah, we can do this. But it's also the first time we have come across a tri-wing. You know what I just realized?
What was that?
Somebody forgot to plug this in and charge it.
Oh.
So I'm just going to set that over there, and we're going to do this the hard way. So it's the first time I've come across a tri-wing bit in Equipment Autopsy. So I get to show you guys this. That is a tri-wing. It's kind of like a Phillips head, but here, I'll get the cord out of the way. It's kind of like a Phillips head, but with three.
Why would they use that? What advantages might they have? Surely it's more expensive and...
They all cost about the same, but it's... To manufacture, it doesn't really cost any more to stamp a tri-wing head near than a Phillips head.
Right.
But they make a lot more Phillips.
Exactly.
So the main point with this is, if you look at it, the only I can think of only two reasons why you would want to do that. One, for security, to keep people from messing with it at home, because that's not a driving bit that your average person has. They're not hard to get, but it's just not something you're going to find in your kitchen drawer. The other possible reason is in doing that in the manufacturing process, because they want to get this as fast and simple and as easy as they can. And everybody knows the assembly line thing. So this just comes down, and he's just sending these down as fast as he can. So the tri-wing may be better for a manufacturing standpoint just because it can grip it better and not cam out or something. I don't know, but you can have that.
All right, thank you.
There is your
cool.
special tri-wing.
All right.
So, and now we have to figure out how to open it. Electrician's screwdriver. Very long, very skinny. Used primarily by electricians. So we'll use this to pop. This is a very highly technical device. Now, I'm guessing the tri-wing was a security thing because as we get inside, we can see in the back here.
120 volt.
Well, it's got just the power right there,
Yeah.
and it's open solder, or open screw terminals, but right there is just Phillips head.
Okay.
So if it was tri-wing for manufacturing reasons, they would have probably used it all through the device. So I'm going to, I think you have my screwdriver. No, yeah, you do, okay. Now, it's rare that we do an autopsy with another person, so you have an important job.
Okay.
You are the mind and voice of the audience, which is quite possibly the worst insult I've ever given to a human being, because if you've ever read our comments...
Audience, yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Well, I haven't necessarily read the uncensored.
Yeah, you don't. You'd be happy that you can't see the comments, the raw feed of the comments. We've had a lot of people ask to, and we're just
as
we're
like
just
a
not
membership
that
or
mean.
a donation benefit.
Yeah, and I still don't know how the hell we would do that. But all right, there's a little wedge here, but you have to ask like the questions of like, what does that do? And what
Right.
is this?
I will. I'll try.
Okay. So that's it. That's from the cord. It drops right in to two screw terminals right down on the bottom. And it's an iron. It's not a technologically advanced device.
It does have a temperature selection.
It does, and I want to see how they do that. I'm guessing it's pretty much just a thermometer. It all just snaps together for the most part. At least I hope it does, or I'm breaking things really bad. I'm just gently prying various places and seeing what comes apart. I was expecting to find a screw or something recessed into the bottom, but because the iron itself is going to be just a big resistive heat. I'm going to take these out. I think I have to get this. Yeah, it's easy to put them back in. But I expect this to just be a big steel plate with an embedded resistive heating element. Because, you know, it's an iron.
What do you think that's made out of?
Iron. Oh, the heating element?
Yeah.
Probably just like a big carbon ferrite resistor type thing. I don't expect a lot in this. I don't expect like really awesome induction stuff. I mean, you could. I can totally see how you could make. I mean, there's.
But that might be over.
Yeah, making heat. Well, the trick with it is yeah, you can make a really cool, you know, pulse wave modulated flyback induction heating iron. But who the hell wants to buy a $200 iron?
Ember project.
This is trickier to get apart than I originally anticipated. Need a wider screwdriver.
The top is probably connected.
I think, yeah, I think you're right. Totally did it.
Cool.
All right, so that's our knob, which
controls like a
dumps down in there. Well, it's a steam iron, so you pour water in here and it goes, there's going to be a water reservoir and stuff.
Okay.
But I'd like to point out that it's Friday the 13th while we're doing this, and written inside the iron with what appears to be red crayon is 13, and then some black schmutz. I'm guessing that's just an inspection station or something. I have no idea what this is. Oh, this is the lock for the steam thing. Okay.
Like a pump?
Yeah, it emits steam when you push down on the thing. There's probably a little bellows or something down in here. Okay, we got those two screws out, but those two screws didn't really do a damn thing, did they? No. All right, we have... Do you have any insight here at all? I have a guess, but it's just total swag at this point.
Your screw here is blocking it a little bit.
No, it'll move around it. If you pry, if you pry, it'll go around it.
None.
Okay. Time for swag. All right, see this seam here?
Yep.
I think that's our way in. I could be very, very wrong. This could totally end in tears.
You don't think
We could just force it, because that always ends so well. I have done this and shot things at camera people. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff in there.
Very dusty.
It is. It's surprisingly dusty inside an iron, but it bolts together up from the bottom. See the bolts? See them? There's a bolt.
Yep.
I don't know if we can show it to the camera, but we'll try. There are bolts in here. There's one right there.
So can you not get a
And there's-
bit of somehow
So yeah.
like through that seam?
Well, no, it's got it. This has to go on as one of the last things,
After.
but there's a big stack of stuff, and it's been a while since I got this out. It's my big manly hammer.
Oh, that's
that's
adorable.
ferocious, isn't it?
I mean, yeah, very ferocious.
Nope, that ain't happening. All right, we're gonna kill it. Hold on tight. We're gonna use, yes!
Crowbar of science.
The mini crowbar of science.
1, 2.
That was totally 2.
Yep. Seems like it's glued.
Okay.
I think it was glued.
Here, make a wish. Okay. Now what do you got? I think that's the pump.
Yep. Oops.
All right. Here. Start taking that apart. You're going to need things.
I'm going to need a wrench.
You're going to need a wrench. Will that wrench do?
Probably not. No, not seeing this.
How about this?
Better.
Better? Not a lot of options here.
That works.
That works?
Yeah.
All right, you're on that. I'm going to get on this. Now here, it would probably be patently stupid to hook this back up again, wouldn't it? It's all right. You can't see the heating element, so we don't need the cord. It's not going to work. All right, here we have, this is looking down on the iron, and we have this, which I have no idea what the hell that is. It looks, oh, I know what that is. All right, we'll come back to that. I'm going to get rid of the extra mounting pieces here because that's just plastic stuff, and it detracts from the organic beauty of the natural iron in its raw state.
I should be sitting on the other side of you because I'm left-handed.
Really?
Yeah.
Who's the idiot that did blocking and put us where we are? They should have researched that. They should have known. I don't know who did that, but they're fired. I think it was Jabroni. Yes, Jabroni's fired. Jabroni! I think he's coming. I don't know where he is.
I think he's
all
here.
right. All right.
He retreated.
Jabroni! All right, I've got this. Yeah. Okay. Okay. We've got. Now let's look how it works. It comes in. We've got a terminal here and a terminal here. Okay. This terminal goes right down into the heating element, and we can see, because you can see the channel here. So that's where the heating element is, and it's in this big thing, which is absolutely not iron by any stretch. It is crappy pot metal. It's like zinc and cat poo, and yeah. So this is just pot metal, and it goes, the power comes in through the heating element. Well, this would be the neutral side out, so we'll do the hot side. But it goes through there. The other side, power connects here, and it goes through this. Now this thing is really cool, and we're going to come back to this, and I really wish Jabroni would come here because I was going to have him get me something. But this goes through here, then along this wire, through here, this little stack. Now those are insulators, and this is your temperature sensor. This is, well, thermometer, okay? As this heats up, it backs off. One of these is bimetallic.
It adjusts the height of the
Yep.
second contact. Wow, that's kind of cool.
And yeah, that's exactly how it's done. Look, as you turn the knob on top, it screws up
Yeah.
and down, right? So when it comes down, it pushes those apart.
Which
And you can
allows
see the
it to not
contacts
heat
open
up
there.
as much to make the contact.
And
This is sealed shut because it's the water
because it's the water reservoir, yeah. So this is a simple bimetallic element thermostat, and you should learn about that. This is actually a really cool thing. A bimetallic thermostat works on having two pieces of metal, like brass and iron, or copper and steel, or something like that, and they're bonded together, like you just rivet them together. And as it heats up, since one of them is going to expand at a greater rate than the other, it'll cause it to bend like this. And when it does that, it bends, in this case, it bends up. And you see it come up in contact there. So, close-up camera's over here, so you can see it bending. Yeah, my macro cam's way better. So, but that's how it works. Now the other thing, this is really neat. But we got to do a little work to show how it works, because I think I know what this is, and I think it's going to take something serious to show. So we're going to come back in just a minute, and we're going to explore this last little bit of the iron.
I learned how to run a machine shop.
Set up an enterprise-level server.
Program 9-foot robots.
Make lightning!
Edit video.
I'm building a radio station.
Light bulb terrarium.
A high-performance electric car.
I'm a CNC geek.
Computer geek!
Robot geek.
Physics geek!
AV geek.
I'm a radio geek.
Craft geek.
Car buff.
No matter what kind of geek you are, we've got a place for you here at the Geek Group. Come join us. We build awesome. And we're back. All right, so during the break, we went and got fire. Love this thing. Come on. I could just do this all day. That's kind of fun. Check that out. There we go. All right. So you're asking, why do you need a blowtorch when you're checking out an iron? Because I think if I heat this, it's going to pop up. Now, it's entirely possible when it does that, it's going to spit. So, like, protect your eyes, okay? Because this might, like,
You don't have
spit a little. I'm going to put it out.
glasses here.
I really should, but I don't at the moment. Do we?
Ah,
Oh, yeah.
one pair.
Okay, you put those on.
Ha.
Because you're young
can
and
die.
delicate. Well, I'm old and rugged.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Your eyes are
All right.
invincible.
So I'm just going to heat this, and that should do something kind of interesting.
Like a super safety,
Well,
permanent one-time
think,
thing.
yeah, I think it gets hot and it pops. Ah, there, it did it. See it? It popped. Just boom. That's it. And beyond that, we're just playing with fire, and they yell at me when we do things like that. So, all right.
That was
But
just
you can
solder,
see,
huh?
yeah, it's just
Yeah.
that's what I thought it was. It's just solder, and if we tilt it up, you can see the little thing. So here, reach in there and push that down, and you can show how it works.
I'm not that stupid.
I was worth a shot, but it's calibrated solder, really, and we can cut this out because we don't need to see the bus bars on it. So we'll just get rid of that. And you can see it's a little pad down in there of solder, and it's set to melt at a certain temperature. And when the iron gets too hot, that pops up and opens the main circuit. So this would be the hot. So this is the hot feed in, and that's a neutral feed out. And that's all there is to the iron. Now, there's another part that you were exploring, so show them what you found.
Okay, all right.
You got to look at that screen.
There's
because
yeah. Okay. There's a little
orifice.
That seals a hole right there, which is basically an access to all the steam vents at the bottom. And presumably, I think the only thing that was going down there was this, right?
Yeah. Well,
Like-
I think
like
I
that,
think there's
and it just pushes it.
something like that. I think there's.
Doesn't do. I mean.
I think something moves somewhere, but it isn't here. I think it's up here. I think no, there's.
Well, that pushed
There's
this
nothing
down.
there.
That went down through there.
Yeah, and
oh,
there's.
wait.
Oh, it's a needle valve. Look,
Oh,
there's
okay,
a
yeah,
little
yeah.
tiny needle. So that activated the needle valve
And
there.
that seals the
and,
little tiny
and that seals a
hole
little
that-
tiny orifice.
That's right there. You kinda
So
see
that admits
comes
water
out
down
here.
into here, and this you can see the heater cores come in through here. So the heater surrounds this area. It probably just goes down, makes a loop, and comes back. And that admits water in there. The water flash boils and turns into steam. And the steam, because this keeps it from coming back, so it doesn't percolate out the top of your iron, this is where the steam comes out here. And that's hence,
I
steam
guess there's
iron.
like a little crevice in between two pieces of metal.
Yeah, you can see there's a pretty healthy compartment. See, we've got.
Is that not just the heating element?
Yeah, this is the heating element back here.
But it goes just through
So
there.
this is the water tank,
Got it.
the actual boiling chamber, as opposed to up here, which is the reservoir.
Yeah.
So when you stand the iron on end and you fill this, you're filling the front reservoir. When you push the button pump thing, that's letting it down below here, into the boiling chamber. And yeah,
Basically instantly boils.
So that's Moose's mom's iron. You can have that.
Don't think I want to bring that back with me. Sorry.
It's okay. Well, then you can stomp on the thing right here and put it where it belongs. You do the whole thing. All right, so you've made an autopsy video. You've come to Michigan, you've made an autopsy video.
I feel accomplished.
You are now a legend, so you got to take us out.
All right, thank you for watching today's Autopsy. I'm Christian Nunnally.
I'm Chris Bowden. Please remember to rate, comment, subscribe, and learn more at thegeekgroup.org. As always, we'll see you next time.
This video was made possible by a grant from the Future Girl Foundation.
This video was made possible by thousands of private donations from members and viewers like you. Please visit thegeekgroup.org for more information on how you can donate and become a part of our dreams of Avalon.